Hi there. My name is Tina, and I just wanted to come on here because I wanted to share a dream that I just recently had. Today's October the 3rd, so let me get to the dream. I was outside, like in this field, with three of my other family members. One of the family members was my mother, and we were in this field. There was really nothing there except maybe just some trees, some big trees, and it was in the evening, and we were just outside and talking, and what we were doing, we were waiting. We were waiting to get on a boat, and so while we were waiting, we were just out there just talking and things, and then all of a sudden, we saw this man. He's maybe in his 30s that I can recall. He wasn't an older man, but he wasn't very young, so I'll say maybe in his 30s. And we saw him walking towards a tree stump. You know, the trees, when you knock, we got those, the stump there. And he went to that and he kneeled down next to it. And he didn't kneel down with both knees, just one. And right next to, on top of the tree stump, there were some items there. I don't know what they were. They were just a variety of different items on the tree stump. And I started watching this man, and he was there only for just a few minutes, not even a minute. He was just there very, very shortly. And the next thing I know, he said, plain and clear, he said, "It is time." That's all he said. It was time. And so he got up from where he was at, and he started walking at a certain direction. He was walking like towards out of this, there was like a fence that was open where the fields we were at, and he was walking towards that direction, like out that exit. So me and three of my family, we decide, okay, well, let's go, and it's time, so let's go follow him. So while we were following him, we were passing by that tree stump. And as a curious person as I am, I kind of thought, okay, I'm kind of curious what was on those, what was on that tree stump. So I start really fast looking through what was those items there. And as I was looking there, I just so happened to saw this black wallet. This is what I saw. And in my dream, I said to myself, oh wow, this is my wallet. What is my wallet doing here? So I went and I put it in the back of my pocket and everything. And as soon as I did that, I turned around and I saw my family leaving the gate. The fence of that gate. And where we were at, there was really nobody there. It was nobody there but us, and it was evening. It was about maybe 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So, well, I end up like taking off as fast as I can to catch up to my family. And I'm running and I'm yelling at my mom and saying, wait, wait for me, I'm coming. And as soon as I walked out of that gate, it's like the whole scene kind of changed. Like now it's like daylight and there's people everywhere. Just tons and tons of people. Just, they're walking in the streets. They're just, back and forth. It was just a whole bunch of people. So I'm running through these people, right, trying to get to my family. Because, I know that, we're headed to the boat. And it's like, okay, I can't miss the boat. I got to get going. And I'm yelling at my mom at the same time. But it seems like the faster I'm trying to get to them, it's like the further I was getting behind. And so anyway, so I saw them going into this one store. And so when I went in this store where they were at, there were some stairs. Well, it was like you go in this store and then it's like underneath, it's like a whole new different scenery. So I went down the stairs where they were at, and as soon as I went down there, I saw the boat. And And out on the boat, it's like you look ahead and there's just nothing but water. But then on the side of it, it's like a deck and had all these people still walking. They were walking. And the boat was just kind of just staying there. So I'm running, and I mean, I'm just like, taking shortcuts, doing what I can to get to my family and get on this boat. And well, I finally saw my mother and my other two family members get on the boat. And so I'm running and I'm jumping over things. And I remember saying to myself, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I just, I got to run faster. I'm going to make it. And as soon as I jumped right towards the edge of like the dock where the boat was, as soon as I jumped to that, I looked up and the boat was like, I'm not kidding, the boat was like halfway already like in the ocean. It was like already out there. And I was just like crying at this moment. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm I missed the boat. And I was at this moment, I just felt this overwhelming kind of, very, very sad crying thing. And I don't know what I was thinking. I ended up thinking, oh, I'm going to jump. Maybe I could swim like a crazy person. But for some reason, I jumped in the water. And as soon as I jumped in the water, the boat was completely gone. Couldn't even see it at all. It was completely gone. And so at this very moment, it's like as soon as I noticed that the boat was gone, I looked up, like up towards the sky, like the ceiling thing. I don't know what it was. All I know is I saw this black, like this shadow thing. It was, I can't even describe it. It was just plain, you can sense it was plain evil. It was just evil. And as soon as that boat left and I looked up and I saw this thing, it's like immediately it fell down into the water where I was at, and it just fell. And when it fell, it's like something just, how like you have a bomb, and when a bomb goes off and everything explodes and everything just, it was kind of like that. Like as soon as he hit the water, like this evil presence just, like it just flew out, like you could just feel it. And I remember getting out of the water. I pushed myself to get out of the water. And as soon as I pushed myself to get out, I remember begging God and crying. And I was just in tears. I was just in tears. And I could see this. I don't know what it was, guys. I just know it was evil. It was something that was just overwhelmed with that presence. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. And this happened as soon as that boat was gone. It was like this thing just fell from nowhere. And I just remember just crying my eyes out. And I remember saying, I'm sorry, Lord, I'm sorry. And like I was repenting. I was just, it's like I was devastated. It felt like complete separation, what it was. It was just, I knew that boat was like safety, like my way of escaping. It was like escaping from God's wrath, and I missed it. That's what I felt in my dream. This is what I was feeling. And so I woke up basically having that feeling. And so last night, I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, and I start pondering on it again. It's like it hit me, and I start pondering on it, and asking the Lord, is like, why did I miss it? I wanted answers, and then all of a sudden, it's like God just downloaded something to me, and He told me, He said, what you experienced, the way you felt when you realized that you missed that boat, this is how the people are going to experience when they realize what just took place. They're going to cry out, they're going to beg, they're going to pray, they're going to ask forgiveness, because they realize they ignore the warnings. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not emotional. It's because you don't realize. I can't explain how it felt to be left. And then, but that's what I got. That's what I felt.